Hey everybody, Rick with Rick's Adventures. In this video I wanted to talk to you guys more about Isaan women and what they seem to like in men. The reason I'm doing this is because that seems to be one of the more popular videos, and I did a little survey and people said they'd like to know more about that, so that's what I'm going to dive into this video. So stick around and let's get started. Hey guys, one of the more popular videos I put up had been about like what Isaan women like or what Isaan women want. So I thought I'd do another video on it. And the reason being is not only because of the popularity, I did a little survey, people said they wanted that, so I thought I'd give you guys a little more insight. I've been over here more time. I've been spending a lot of time out in the village in Koh Sala, Thailand. And I've been around a lot of different men and women in the village, and I think I can give you a little more insight on some of this. First off, it's not the USA. I can tell you that if you come over here thinking you're going to be facing a feminist type woman, and when I talk about feminist, I don't mean somebody expecting equal rights. I'm talking about somebody that's just went off the deep edge with that crap. And you know what I'm talking about. You see it all the time. I'm not talking about being with females that try to be alpha males. I'm not talking about transgenders. I'm not talking about ladyboys. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about just Isaan farm girls and what they look for in a guy. And the reason I feel like I've got some experience with this now is because I've been with Tia almost 3 years, and I've told you in other videos, she's a well-educated Isaan woman, runs a school system, holds a master's degree, all that good stuff. But the point is, she's from northeast Thailand. She's considered Isaan, which are descendants of Lao, and she is also a farm girl. I mean, her family has owned a big rice farm for a long time. She's part owner in it also. And, I see what she's like and her personality more and more every day. And I can tell you, I don't see any negatives about it. Uh, what they're looking for and what I see. She has some friends we went out with. I digress a little bit here. To give you an idea, I'm not just talking farm girls. A lot of farm girls, when you think that in Isaan, they're thinking poor people, that type of thing. We go out to dinner with some of her friends, and some of her female friends are married and they're doctors. Her one lady friend is a doctor, another one is an attorney, another one is an accountant. Of course, she's a teacher in a school. Then she has a lot of friends that are just poor farm people. They have zero education, and the reason they have zero education is because they've had no choice in the matter. They've grown up as farm kids on the farm. The farm has been passed down to them through generations along with the house, and that's just all they know. And education over here is not like education in the USA. You don't go, I get really sick of hearing these people in the USA bitching about paying back student loans. They managed to go, I'm going to give you one quick rant about that. They managed to go get a loan, and it may be for a lot of money, 30, 50,000, whatever degree they go for, but they don't have a job whenever they go get this money. They don't have anything to back getting this money, yet the government's loaning it to them so they can go get that education, and they bitch about it. They bitch about it because they have to pay it back with interest after they've used the money. It doesn't work like that in Thailand. People over here pay for their education as they do it. The people here that I know, their families would save their money and they'd pay from working on the farms for their children to go to school until it was done and it was paid for. They didn't have any free handouts. So this is why I think there's this completely different mentality. It wasn't that I was trying to get way off topic, it's because I feel like that's part of the topic. The way the people are raised here and the way these Isaan women are raised up, it's completely different than in the United States. I can definitely speak for the United States on this, not the other countries. Although I have talked to some people, again, I digress, from Australia, that said they run into the same BS. But that aside, the people here, They work very, very hard for what they get. And these Isaan girls, that especially that live out in this northeast region, if they get an education, they are family oriented. And they're right. They do stick with their family, and they should. They take care of their families. They have this really kind heart, and they're really caring and loving towards their family. Like Tia took care of her mother until the day she died. She wasn't put in a rest home. They aren't throwing them into homes and expecting somebody else to take care of them or insurance to pay for all that. The children take care of them in the homes, and they work, and they, no matter how sick they are, what they need, they take care of them until their parents, until the day they pass away. And if you marry an Isaan girl, or you have an Isaan girlfriend, and you are accepted in because you're a good person, they're going to do the exact same thing for you. And when I say accepted in, I just mean there's lots of guys I meet over here that have married women from Isaan. They've been with them for many, many years now. And some of them are older than what their Isaan wives are. Some of them are maybe 70 now, and their Isaan wife is in her mid-50s, because when they met, maybe the male was in his mid-40s and she was 30. You know, and has she dumped him or got rid of him and went looking for somebody else? I haven't seen it with anybody I've met that's been in that situation. The men have been good men, and they've did their due diligence and found a good farm girl out here, and they are taking care of them till the end. And you just don't see that anymore. You know, in the USA, and I believe this strongly, women are they're money seekers. And, you know, I know I'm going to piss a lot of people off saying that, and I know there's probably a few good ones out there, but I'll bet you even those good ones, the bulk of them, you know, as they're raised, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. And whenever that's all they see around them, and they see how the court system works, if they can get 50% of what the guy's got, or they can divorce him whenever he gets sick, take 50% of what he's got, and then they can go try to find him another guy. Man, I mean, be realistic, guys. It happens every day. That's why the USA has such a tremendous divorce rate. These Isaan girls like the idea of having a somewhat alpha male, even when they're well educated. And that doesn't mean that you're overbearing. It doesn't mean you're mean. It doesn't mean you're aggressive. What it means is you'd be aggressive if somebody tried to give them a hard time, a different male or man, that you are aggressive enough you can protect them, and you're not just some big pussy that couldn't take care of them. They like somebody that they think would be strong, that could, you know, help work around the farm, work on different things, help them fix things, and that they feel safe with. That whenever they go out, they like the idea of putting their arm around yours, holding on to you, and when they walk with you, instead of the women in the western states wanting to be the eye candy and you pay for them, the Thai women don't want to pay for anything. They want you to be their strong male that's with them. And whenever they have that strong male with them, they really like that a lot, and it makes them feel very comfortable. That's the statement I hear from Tia all the time, is that she not only loves me, but she has a comfort level with me. That whenever we're out, she always feels comfortable, she feels safe, she always feels happy. She knows that I'm not going to be aggressive with her under any circumstances, and that I'm always going to have concern for her and what's going on. And for her, she really likes that. Now, some of the other people that I know here that are married, they have a good Thai husband, and many of them are very, very good guys, and I've become friends with them. And these guys are the Thai men that go out and they don't cheat on their wives. They work their ass off for their wives. One of my friends, which I don't know if I've had a picture of him up or not, but his name is Koom, and he works in Bangkok, and he drives heavy equipment. And he drives from Koh Sala to Bangkok, which is 10 or 12 hours roughly. And he will work there for months at a time driving heavy equipment. And then he comes back whenever he has vacation or when he can get breaks, and stays at home with his wife and his family. His wife takes care of the home while he's away. She lives a couple doors down, super sweet girl, very, very nice. And I mean, this guy busts his ass for her. But because he does that, she's dead loyal to him. She takes care of him, and she takes care of the household and the family. And he respects that, and she also respects that he goes in and he's working his butt off in Bangkok all the time. So there's all kinds of different scenarios here. We got some kids out here playing in the park. So it's which I think's hilarious. They always have a lot of fun out here. But anyway, there's a lot of different things like that. Now, I'm not talking about the bar girls in Pattaya. If you go there, I mean, come on, guys, do your due diligence. That's what they're there to make a living for. You know what they're doing. You know what they're there for. They know what they're doing, and they know what they're there for. And that's how they're making their living. So you can't really blame them for doing that. I will give them credit for one thing. At least they're upfront about it. You know what they're doing, and they're upfront about it. In the USA, they do the same thing as the bar girls in Pattaya, but they're not upfront about it. They try to convince you that they really give a shit about you, and then they take you to the cleaners. The bar girls in Pattaya, they let you know pretty much up front, hey, look at where I'm working. I'm in Pattaya. I'm on Walking Street. I'm a bar girl. I'm most likely going to try to take you to the cleaners and get money out of you. So at least if you get into that kind of crap, you get into it on your own. You can't blame anybody but yourself on that. I personally feel like that the farm girls out here in Isaan that I see, and I can tell you they work hard because they go out and they plant in these rice fields. Something else I noticed about them, you know, Tia would tell me that a lot of times girls in southern Bangkok would look down upon them because Isaan girls are from the, you know, more genetically related to the Laos people. So they're smaller girls. A lot of them are smaller because they were undernourished, basically, whenever they were kids. But they also have darker skin. They have dark eyes. They have the little bit flatter nose. They look more like a Thai to me, a Thai woman, what I visualize in my mind. Some of the women in southern Thailand have a more Western look to them, more of a pointy nose, maybe instead of a rounder face, a more V-shaped face. And I find it really interesting, but Tia was telling me that they will look down on the other Thai women from Isaan, feeling like they're a little more upscale. Well, they're also more westernized, guys. And I explained to Tia, I said, I can see that whenever we travel to places like Bangkok or Hua Hin. I see a lot more Thai women that have a lot more Western characteristics and traits to them. Tia is meticulously maintained, but she grows her fingernails, for example, and will paint them whenever we go to do something. She doesn't do like you see back in the USA where they buy those big long claws that they glue on that have all kinds of different stuff on them. She also will put on just a light amount of face makeup and maybe a little bit of lipstick. She doesn't just completely cover her face like a clown or do these unbelievably long eyelashes that you see a lot of Western women do. And I do see that happen a lot in Bangkok area. Whenever the last time we were in Bangkok, we went to a restaurant and I watched 3 women, and she told me I was right. They were lighter skin, more Western features, and they spent almost an entire time while we were eating dinner doing nothing but fixing their hair and taking selfies of themselves to post. And the first thing that entered my mind was women in the USA. That was the first damn thing that popped into my mind. I do not see a lot of Isaan women doing that. I see younger kids doing it, younger girls and teenagers. Hey, that's to be expected. That happens. You don't see a lot of older Isaan women having huge social media accounts. Tia has one, and she'll put a few pictures on, but generally it's a family or group gathering, things like that. Once in a while, she might have a picture of herself if it's in a really neat location. But that's not her goal. She doesn't walk around taking selfies. I don't see the other women doing that either. The other thing that I noticed is Thai women are these Isaan women are very clean. And when I say clean, I mean, even though they may, a lot of them, be very poor, they maintain themselves meticulously out here. Like, I will see some of these poor farm girls and they'll come over and visit us and have dinner with us, and their hair is spotless and shiny. They walk past me and they smell of soap and baby powder. They use whatever they can, and they're always very clean. A lot of them don't have washing machines out here. They hand wash their clothes if they're from a poor family. They're always wearing clean clothes unless they're working out on the farm, which, like anybody, you're going to be dirty then. But this thought process of third world country and they don't keep themselves up or maintain themselves, that's just not true. I actually, whenever I'm back in the States, I see more women that I wouldn't want to get near because I was afraid something would jump off of them on me than I've ever seen over here in Thailand. These women in this area I find to be not only kind, attractive, but very clean, very well maintained, and they expect the same out of you. I can tell you for a fact, there's been many times when I've got up, taken my shower of a morning, then I went out on a walk or a run, I've came back because it's been really hot, I've taken a shower, but we've got ready to go to dinner, and Tia's walked up and put her hand on my neck or on my back to give me a kiss and said, "Oh, you've sweated. You have to go take a shower." So I'd have to go take a third shower and change clothes again before we'd go out to dinner, because she said that she wanted to be proud of me. The same with shaving. Back in the States, a lot of times I wouldn't shave for days. Here, she'll say, "Please shave for me," and she doesn't mind my goatee or any of that, but just a lot of stubble. And she'll say that she's proud of me, that she wants her man to be handsome with her, just like I want her to look beautiful for me. And I find that really appealing. I find that really nice, that she's not only concerned about her appearance, but she's concerned about me having a decent appearance either. And I don't mean bitching about everything. I'm just saying, you're not going to have a good girlfriend over here, and you're not going to stink and be around her. It's just not going to happen, or at least not in the area that I'm in anyhow. So I hope this kind of helps this. I'm going to try to summarize. I think the girls they're super kind. I think they're beautiful. They're extremely clean. They have kindness. If you treat them right, they will be extremely loyal to you. They would never cheat on you. They will not be trying to cheat you out of money or anything like that. But they do expect you to take care of them. They do expect you to be a man. You can't be a simp or you can't be a wimp, and they don't want a big pussy. They want somebody that's going to be a man they know they can count on if push comes to shove. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you had some different experiences than me, hey, let me know, guys. I'd really like to know, because I see all kinds of channels with stuff about bar girls and all that stuff. We all know where that leads to. But I would like to know more about guys that have been married to a Thai woman and what they've seen as being pros and cons, where she was from, if she's from the Isaan area, if she's from the southern region of Thailand, or the east or the west or wherever it may be. I'm just interested to see what your experiences are too, because I'm sure they're going to vary from mine somewhat. So again, please like, subscribe, hit that bell. That gig. I'm trying to grow the channel. And this is Rick with the Excite channel, guys. I will see you soon. And please take good care of yourself and be safe. See you next go-round. Take care.